Alright, so I guess CD player kind of follows into technology. Breland doesn't remember this, and I'm only a year older than her. It's dial-up internet. Oh my god. It was so annoying. When you used the internet and you had dial-up internet, you could not use your house phone. And if someone called your house phone, you were knocked off. It was the most annoying thing ever. It was so annoying. And once I found out what the internet was, I always wanted to be on there. I always wanted to play on the internet, go on like the little, like the Disney Channel, like websites and stuff to play like the games and stuff. And my dad would always be mad at me because I would be on there for hours just playing games. That's it, just playing games. And then after dial-up internet went away, like Myspace and stuff evolved, and I was still on there for hours. I was just a fiend. But we had one of the, I'm gonna say we had one of the best freaking game systems. But the Nintendo 64, like, that was that shit. Like, you had sleepovers and you would stay up all night just playing Nintendo 64. What was the games that we played? Like, just Super Mario Brothers, like Smash Bros. Like, it was the best thing ever. Oh my god, do you remember the Nokia phones? Those things, it was one ringtone that I loved. It was like, yo, the ringtone was fire. And when you had a phone when you were younger, there was no such thing as buying ringtones. To my acknowledgement, you had to record your ringtone, and it was the funniest thing ever because I felt like every time I wanted to record a ringtone, somebody would be talking, you would have to tell them shut up because like your favorite part would come on or something and you had to get the best part, and like it sounded so bad. But when your phone rang, and it was like if you had a flip phone, you were so cool. If your phone rang, you just flip it over, hello. And if you were mad at somebody, you can just that dramatic flip close, like tell me something. And it's just kind of like a, oh man, I should have said this before. But do you guys remember AIM? Like that was so popular. You'd be like, oh, hit me up on AIM, hit me up on Myspace. You were cool if you had those, and you just be like, yo, like it would tell you when people were like on and offline. I felt like that was like so creepy. So creepy. It lets you know when people were on and off their computer. Because a lot of people had it automatically hooked up to when your computer came on, you automatically were signed in. Mine was like that. What about Game Boys? Game Boys go like when Game Boys was this, that was, and it was in black and white. And then when they came out with Game Boy in color, it was like, whoa, it was like time travel or something to us. Like we thought it was the end of the world. Like it was just like, whoa, it was in black and white. Why is it in color? Who remembers VHS? I mean, there was no such thing as like DVDs yet. I don't believe. And VHS, like they were annoying.
Late 90s.
Oh yeah, you're late 90s. Yeah. Yo, VHS was like the most, and I still have a whole bunch of VHS tapes that my father would never get rid of, but something happened and we still have them, and now my mom doesn't want to get rid of them because they're all packed away in storage, and she's like, oh, we can't throw them away because my wedding tape is in there. That's how old they are. So you had to use a fucking big ass black square or orange or blue to record stuff, and they didn't have DVRs back then, so you had to tape stuff. You had to buy a blank tape from like, what was it? What was the movie store? Blockbuster. You had to buy a blank tape from Blockbuster. You had to pop it in the VCR, and then you would just watch it. I don't even think there's any more Blockbusters anymore. I remember maybe years ago, Blockbuster started putting DVDs, and all of a sudden, Blockbuster, it just disappeared. It just went off the face of the map. Like they're extinct now. All right, last but not least, the clothing in the 90s. Now everyone is wearing baggy, saggy, whatever you want to call it. Guys sag their pants. They did that stuff back in the 90s, but the pants were big. The shirts were big.
I think of Nelly.
Yeah, I think of Nelly too when it comes to it. The men wore pants that looked like they had high waters on.
Yeah.
They wore shirts and they looked like they were wearing dresses. It was funny to me. I thought and they wore do-rag. Oh, do-rag. It was a black person thing, because I never, I never seen them. Oh, you smell that? I never seen a white person with a do-rag. The guys sag their pants. You did not see their underwear for the simple fact they wore shirts that looked like dresses. It was like, it wasn't weird back then because that was the trend, but now that you think about it, if you saw somebody walking down the street like that, you'd probably look at them like they had 5 heads. Tell me you wouldn't. Like, y'all remember Sweatsuits? You remember Sweatsuits? I know you remember Sweatsuits. Yep.
Windbreakers.
Yeah, they were basically like the
windbreakers.
They were this material, and when you, it was worse than that though. But
I brought mine.
That's wait, I have. But like that's what you heard. You were just like a, like someone was like really bad, like whispering. And it was a top and bottom, like it was a pants and jacket. It was a matching. It was a sweatsuit. It was a suit on lip gloss. Was like one of the first things a little girl got, and it was makeup. That was your makeup when you were little, and they came in many different flavors, and then some had like glitter in it. It was. And I think you got it from like the dollar store or something, and you got it like in a pack. Like I don't remember where you got it from. Like when we were younger, we didn't spend money on crazy things. Even though it seemed crazy back then, if you look back at it right now, it's just like I saved so much more money back then. Like things were honestly, I feel like they were cheaper.
Yeah.
Best light up shoes were the shit. Yo, they were the shit when you were little, and it would be the best time to, if you were like, I don't know, when I was younger, I was allowed out at night as long as a parent was there. You just ran as fast as you can, and all you just saw was, and just like lights just going, especially like if you didn't have like a lot of street light. I always lived in an area where the street was always dark. Like even jelly flip-flops. Like I remember these, but then again, like I don't. I feel like I wish, oh man, like the shoes that I really wore were like the Chinese slippers type stuff when I was like old enough and my feet were big enough to wear them. But like, oh, I remember them now. They were weird as shoes. Like it makes me think like, why the hell did I ever wear that? Like.